There's a concert going on this weekend featuring some great local musicians, and it's all to honor one of the musical giants in New Orleans and this country. Dave Bartholomew Experience kicks off tomorrow. His son, Don Bartholomew, is joining us with details on this event. And you know, I loved your dad. Your dad was just the best.
He loves you.
And you know, a lot of times people don't realize, you know, just how big of a deal Dave Bartholomew was.
Yeah, you know what, my dad was a quite humble man, but in the music world, he
was kind of overshadowed by Fats, because he and Fats were like the Lennon and McCartney of their day.
Absolutely.
There's the three of us.
Yes, absolutely, great picture right there. Absolutely. Yeah, he just was a humble man, and you know, he didn't really worry about all the stardom and stuff that came with it. He just looked at it like it was a job to do. Yeah,
but there was a falling out with Fats and your dad. And it was just so glad to get them back together.
Absolutely,
before
man.
They passed.
Absolutely, they both made amends before they passed, and you know, my dad was stunned when Fats passed, and it broke his heart, man.
Yeah, because they had so many great music together, and your dad had a great career, you know, aside from Fats too.
Absolutely, yeah. My dad was really doing the rhythm and blues and the rock and roll before he met Fats. You know, with Smiley Lewis and Shirley and Lee and all these different people that he was working with, and when he met Fats, it was just like a marriage with Fats.
Yeah,
it was magic, you know.
And I mean, he's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame and all kinds of stuff. I mean,
absolutely.
What are some of the biggest songs that he actually penned?
Blue Monday, Ain't That a Shame, I'm Walking, One Night with You.
Yeah.
The Monkey, Speaks His Mind.
It's funny, on Blue Monday, which became one of their bigger hits, they didn't think that was that big of a song.
No, he didn't think the song was going to be that big. It was just something that he wrote. They kind of got stiffed out in Kansas City with some money from a gig, and so he wrote about every day that they had to stay in Kansas City to make the money up to get back home.
And then, you know, he was credited with I Hear You Knocking, but he kind of lost that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Hear You Knocking is one of my dad's biggest songs. They have so many people that has recorded it over and over.
And who said they wrote it.
Yeah, and they say they wrote it, but my dad wrote I Hear You Knocking. He wrote My Ding-a-Ling. He wrote a bunch of timeless songs that's going to last forever.
All right, now tell us about this concert, because this is a way for you to honor your dad.
Yeah, absolutely. Eric, I was just thinking I wanted to do something in honor of my dad and keep his legacy going. So I reached out to some local musicians. I'm not going to say just local, but these great trumpet players like Kermit Ruffins, Glenn David Andrews, Shannon Hayes, John Gray, Troy Sawyer. Just a number of people, Wendell Brunis, that was all close to my dad, and when I called him, it was a no-brainer. They was like, man, absolutely, anything for Dave Bartholomew.
And your dad was such a mentor to so many musicians.
Absolutely.
I mean, they looked up to him, because he really was, and he wasn't just a musical, you know, genius. He was also very smart in business too.
Absolutely. My dad was probably one of the first people that got royalties and got his publishing. So he taught everybody along the way how to make some money. It's great to be an artist, but it's also great to make some money while you're doing it.
And you know, and I remember the day when we got your dad and Fats together, and we're talking to them, and we said if it weren't for Fats, there'd be no Dave. Weren't for Dave, there'd be no Fats.
Absolutely.
And if it weren't for Fats and Dave, or for Cosmo Matassa,
there'd be no rock and roll.
Yeah, so it's just like,
I mean,
the influence and the history of music in this city is so based around your dad and Fats and Cosmo.
Yes, I'll tell you this, man. And I say it all the time. I read things all the time. Say Fats and Dave and Cosmo help rock and roll. They didn't help. They created it.
Yeah, and you know, that in that Elvis movie, in fact, you texted me when it came out.
Yes.
And when they called Elvis the King, Elvis said, "No, I'm not the king. That guy's the king," and he pointed to Fats Domino.
And Elvis Presley in the movie, they got it right.
Yeah.
Fats Domino is the real king.
All right, Don, if you want to get tickets and check out the Dave Bartholomew Experience, I almost called it the Don, the Dave Bartholomew Experience, you can buy tickets at Tipitina's website. It's going to really be a great show.
Absolutely.
We have a link to that on our website at WWLTV.com. Tickets are cheap, only $35.
Yep.
And the doors open at 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Yes.
And then the concert starts when?
Actually, the doors open at 7. The concert starts for 8.
Now that's like I said, the doors open at 7, concert at 8.
Starts at 8, yep.
All right. Weather should be good tomorrow night for getting out.